Not only did the Izumo's commander concede that the ship could be converted into an attack vessel, but it was also recently deployed alongside an American battleship in nearby waters as a clear show of strength. These growing naval capabilities are exactly what Japan wants to project towards China, especially when it comes to their intensifying standoff over a small group of uninhabited islands. Nationalists from both countries frequently make their way out to the islands to plant their country's flag. One regular visitor is Satoru Mizushima, an influential conservative talk show host. Hello, how are you, Mr. Mizushima? Thank you for having me. Nice to meet you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.
4、3、2ゲストコーナーです。
はい、ご紹介いたします。今日はアメリカのテレビ局バイソン HBO の記者でいらっしゃいますジアンナ・トボニさんにお越しいただきました。
どうもよくいらっしゃいました。
Hello. Thank you for having me. You have a beautiful set here.
Thank you very much.
では早速話の中に入っていきたいと思うんですけれども。
Behind us, we have videos of the Senkaku Islands. What is your opinion of what's going on there right now between China and Japan?
私たちは歴史のいろんな資料とか調べて尖閣諸島が、日本の領土であるということは確信しております。まずそういうことから私たちが今、日本の領土の中で、一番侵略の危険にあるというね。
So do you think that would actually be realistic that war could break out there between Japan and China?
ナチスドイツと最も近いあるいはもっと言えばスターリンのソ連と一番近かった国がナチスと同じです。あの国はそこを忘れてはならないと私は思います。でそれを軍事利用しようともしていると。でこういう中で、我々が戦争をするんじゃなくて戦争を仕掛けられた時我々の国の海上自衛隊あるいは陸上自衛隊航空自衛隊が対応できる。だからこれは憲法を変えて自分の国で守らなきゃいけないっていうそういうことですね。はい。
This suspicion of an aggressive China appears to be growing as Japanese nationalists have also taken to the streets to demand a much stronger stance toward China. I'm with a bunch of right-wingers in the middle of Tokyo. There are hundreds of people here, and what they're all protesting is Japan's relationship with China. They're all pissed off that China keeps encroaching on Japanese territory.
この領土を中国は今虎視眈々とこれを侵略しようと。だから私たちは尖閣諸島を
We chartered a boat to the Senkakus to see the disputed territories ourselves. The Japanese Coast Guard intercepted our boat and jumped on board. Konnichiwa.
船長さんにお話ししたいんですけどよろしいですか。
So sure. Oh, first, can I just ask you, why did you stop us?
すいません。今、船長さんと I want to talk to
the captain. I understand. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand it because I don't think we're breaking any laws.
船長さんご存知だと思いますけど、今日は漁業見習いと認定されていない漁業者じゃない方を乗せていらっしゃいますので、この船は私たちの方で石垣港の方に戻したいと思いますので。
The Coast Guard cited an 80-year-old fishing regulation as grounds to turn us away. But based on their past actions, they're concerned that an incident in these waters could spark an actual conflict. So much so that these same Coast Guard vessels will physically block civilian boats from reaching the islands. And the hostility on the water is escalating. China has been claiming, constructing, and militarizing islands in the nearby South China Sea, dangerously amping up tensions with the US and its allies in Asia. But if local hostilities did boil over into conflict, it would have major global consequences. Because the original post-war agreements also stipulated that in return for Japan's pacifism, the US is legally bound to defend them.
We are committed to the security of Japan and all areas under its administrative control.
Retired Admiral Yoji Koda was once the commander-in-chief of Japan's self-defense fleet. He made it clear that if Japan goes to war, the US is going with them.
One of the fundamental reasons why Japan maintains the US-Japan alliance, if anything, the aggression happens toward Japan, self-defense force role is to repel the invaders. No more than that. We can strike their homeland. Japan fully depends on the strategic deterrence and strike capability on the United States. If China really goes for the military action, the cost they are going to pay is very bloody. They know that.
And Japan has the hardware and the personnel to exact that cost. Armed Japanese fighters regularly patrol contested airspace, including over the Senkakus, and they launch whenever they see Chinese planes doing the same, scrambling their jets more than 1,100 times last year alone. It's a tense waiting game between the world's three largest economies, and it could erupt into hostilities at any time.